The young and the restless spoilers shock in the labyrinthine corridors of Genoa City's power, where every relationship is entangled in webs of intrigue and ulterior motives. Victor Newman finds himself wrestling with a growing unease. Outwardly, Victor has long projected support for Claire and Cole, a duo whose presence has been carefully cultivated to forge closer ties with the Newman dynasty and the formidable Victoria. Yet behind Victor's warm smiles and reassuring nods lies a mind that never rests, a mind determined to expose any hidden agendas lurking beneath the surface. A seed of suspicion for years, Victor's instincts have been honed by betrayal and the treachery of those who dared to mislead him. Although he publicly champions Claire and Cole, inwardly he harbors persistent doubts. Whispers of deception and carefully concealed truths have reached his ears, and he has begun to suspect that there is more to the duo than meets the eye. Victor's internal battle intensifies as he observes the subtle gestures and furtive glances exchanged between Claire and Cole, moments that hint at a connection deeper than a mere working relationship. While Victor remains outwardly supportive, his trusted confidant Michael, and many others within the Newman circle, have taken it upon themselves to delve into the murky past of Claire and Cole. Their investigation is methodical and relentless, aimed at uncovering any hidden ties that might threaten the integrity of the Newman legacy. The duo, they soon learn, are not bound by the blood ties that many have assumed. Instead, they are revealed to be colleagues and allies, once connected through a shared association with Jordan, and nothing more than that. This revelation is both shocking and crucial, as it dismantles the fabricated family narrative that was meant to bolster their standing within the Newman fold. The mastermind revealed as Michael's investigation deepens, a startling discovery comes to light. A small cadre of individuals, once intimately acquainted with Claire's life and familiar with the true history of Cole, emerge as key witnesses. Their testimony reveals that the public image carefully projected by Claire is nothing but a facade. In truth, Claire has been the mastermind behind an elaborate charade, meticulously engineered to fabricate an identity for both herself and Cole. Her scheme was daring, to create a semblance of legitimacy and family connection, thereby paving a path for them to infiltrate the inner sanctum of the Newman Empire and even draw closer to Victoria. The plot, as Michael uncovers, is multi-layered. DNA evidence, long touted as indisputable proof of familial bonds, has all been falsified. Instead of enduring, painstaking laboratory work, anyone wishing to verify these supposed genetic connections could simply present the results on demand. The ruse was complete and artfully executed, leaving little room for anyone to challenge the legitimacy of Claire and Cole's fabricated heritage. Victor's ultimatum haunted by the specter of a possible betrayal within his trusted circle, Victor is determined to confront the deception head-on. His love for family and legacy leaves no room for compromise. In a bid to salvage what remains of his trust and to prevent the inadvertent harm of those he holds dear, Victor makes a decisive move. He calls upon Claire and Cole, summoning them to his office, a space heavy with the weight of unspoken truths and looming consequences. With measured intensity, Victor lays out his concerns. "Claire," he begins, his voice low and deliberate, "I have always believed in you. I have supported you and Cole, trusting in the bond we share with our family. But now, evidence, and the voices of those who once knew you, suggest a different story. I cannot allow this deception to continue. I want you to tell me everything, before it's too late." It is a moment fraught with tension. For Claire, the facade she has maintained for so long begins to crumble under the intensity of Victor's scrutiny. Cole stands silently by her side, his gaze steady yet clouded by the painful memories of a past he can no longer escape. Their shared history, once shrouded in ambiguity, is about to be laid bare. The confession faced with the unwavering resolve of Victor and the undeniable evidence that has emerged, Claire and Cole have little choice but to confess. In a somber, emotionally charged meeting, they reveal the full extent of their deception. Claire's voice trembles as she admits that she was never meant to be a part of a legitimate family lineage. "I was the architect of a grand deception," she confesses. "I created an identity for both of us, a story that would make us acceptable in your world, in Victoria's world. Cole and I were never father and son in the way you thought. We were simply allies, partners in a plan that I designed to get closer to the Newman family. Cole, his expression a mixture of regret and resignation, adds, I was Victoria's ex-husband. Our child died long ago. That loss changed everything. I couldn't bear the pain, and I allowed myself to be swept into this web of lies. I know now that the truth was always worth more than the fantasy we built. The confession is a bitter pill to swallow. Victor listens intently, his heart heavy with sorrow and betrayal. He had once seen in them a promise, a potential to bring honor and renewal to his legacy, but now that promise has been shattered. Yet even as he grapples with the enormity of the deception, Victor's resolve remains unbroken. He had always hoped that transparency and truth would prevail, and this revelation, painful as it is, represents the first step toward healing old wounds. Consequences and a new beginning in the aftermath of the confession, the repercussions are swift and far-reaching. The carefully constructed narrative that once held the Newman circle together is now in tatters. Trust has been violated, and the bonds that once seemed unbreakable are now riddled with fractures. Michael and the others who worked tirelessly to uncover the truth feel a sense of vindication, yet they are also burdened with the knowledge that the fallout will echo throughout Genoa City. Victor's decision to confront the deception, though painful, is also an act of mercy. His ultimatum to Claire was not solely about punishment, it was an effort to prevent further collateral damage. I did not wish to harm the person I consider my own flesh and blood, Victor declares, his voice resolute. My duty is to protect our family's legacy and ensure that those we hold dear are not caught in the crossfire of deceit. For Claire and Cole, the path forward is uncertain. Their actions have irrevocably altered the course of their lives, and the road to redemption will be long and fraught with challenges. Yet there is also the possibility of transformation, a chance to rebuild their lives on a foundation of truth, however difficult it may be. Their confession, though it comes at a steep price, may serve as the catalyst for a new beginning, one where the ghosts of past mistakes can finally be laid to rest. A city forever changed in the ever-turbulent world of Genoa City, where every secret eventually finds its way into the light. The grand deception orchestrated by Claire and perpetuated by Cole is a stark reminder that truth, no matter how deeply buried, will always resurface. Victor's determination to unearth the hidden realities, even at the cost of shattering long-held beliefs, underscores the timeless struggle between illusion and reality, a struggle that defines the very essence of this storied city. As the dust begins to settle, the repercussions of this confession will ripple outward, affecting every corner of the Newman Empire and beyond. Relationships will be tested, loyalties will be reevaluated, and the very fabric of Genoa's society will be forced to confront the painful truth. But in this crucible of betrayal and redemption, there also lies the potential for renewal, a chance to rebuild on a foundation of honesty and integrity. Victor's legacy, the Newman legacy, has always been built on the principles of strength and resilience. In the face of this monumental deception, his commitment to protecting what truly matters remains unwavering. And though the path ahead is uncertain, one thing is clear: in Genoa City, the pursuit of truth is a journey with no end, a journey that, despite its trials and tribulations, promises a future where the bonds of family are redefined by honesty and the enduring power of forgiveness. A deal with destiny, Victor's ultimatum, and the hidden agenda of Claire and Cole in the glittering, turbulent world of Genoa City, power and secrets have long been the currency of survival. Victor Newman, ever the calculating patriarch, has once again set the stage for a dramatic turning point. His latest edict is as clear as it is ruthless: Claire and Cole must continue to reside in Genoa, and despite their past deceptions against Victoria, they are to offer nothing less than genuine, heartfelt love and devotion to her. Failure is not an option. Non-compliance will result in immediate termination and severe retribution. Victor's ironclad ultimatum. Victor's reputation as a master strategist and uncompromising enforcer of his family's legacy is well established. Now, he lays down his conditions with an authority that brooks no dissent. In a private, shadowed meeting, he confronts Claire with his ultimatum: confess every secret, every lie, and sign a binding agreement on paper. The terms are straightforward: love Victoria sincerely, or face the dire consequences of betrayal. To Victor, no secret can remain buried for long. He believes that if he only needs to observe, if he scrutinizes their actions with his piercing insight, the truth will inevitably reveal itself. For Claire, the situation is a living nightmare. She has spent years weaving a delicate tapestry of lies to secure her place within the Newman empire, only to realize that her past deceit against Victoria might now be her undoing. The weight of Victor's command presses down on her, and with each passing moment, her fear mounts. She knows that secrets, no matter how deeply hidden, will eventually be exposed when confronted with Victor's relentless determination. And now, as the ink dries on the ominous agreement, Claire faces the unyielding reality that the moment of reckoning has arrived. The dreaded confession in an atmosphere thick with tension and impending doom, Claire is forced to step forward and reveal the truth. Victor demands that every misstep, every calculated deception, be laid bare. His eyes, cold and unyielding, seem to search for any sign of remorse or guilt. For Claire, the confession is excruciating, a disintegration of the carefully constructed persona she has maintained for so long. The revelation of the past is not merely an admission of wrongdoing, it is a surrender of the identity she has fought so hard to create. As she speaks, her voice trembles with both fear and resignation. She admits that the charade, designed to secure her and Cole a place within the Newman fold and to win Victoria's affection, was a desperate maneuver, a gamble that was meant to be temporary but has now spiraled into a crisis of trust. The signed agreement is not just a piece of paper, it is a pact that seals their fate in the eyes of Victor. With every word that escapes her lips, Claire feels the inevitability of retribution closing in around them. A trap set in stone for Victor, this confession is a tool, a means to ensure that all secrets, however carefully concealed, are brought into the light. His confidence in the power of truth is unshakable. "I have always believed that no secret can hide from me," he declares, his voice echoing with the authority of a man who has seen empires rise and fall. His plan is simple yet merciless. If Claire and Cole cannot prove their loyalty through sincere love for Victoria, then their removal from Genoa will be swift and their punishment severe. But the situation is far from one-sided. Beneath the veneer of submission, Claire and Cole are not without their own clandestine plans. Though cornered by Victor's ultimatum, a subtle defiance simmers beneath the surface. Both of them are painfully aware that Victor's methods, as effective as they may be, leave a window open, an opportunity for those who dare to plot and scheme. Whispers of rebellion, the hidden counterplan in hushed conversations behind closed doors, Cole and Claire begin to discuss the possibility of mounting a countermeasure. Their secret exchanges, though laced with fear, are also charged with a quiet determination. They know that while Victor's power is formidable, it is not absolute. His reliance on the confession and the binding agreement may offer them a chance, a moment in which they can recalibrate and perhaps even turn the tables. Cole, who has long harbored his own personal demons, haunted by a painful past as Victoria's ex-husband and the loss of a child, recognizes that survival in Genoa City requires more than blind obedience. He understands that true strength lies in the ability to navigate the treacherous waters of deceit and loyalty. "We must think ahead," he murmurs to Claire during one of their covert meetings. "If Victor truly believes that we have nothing to hide, then our only way out might be to use his own rules against him. Let him see what he wants, but let's plan our next move quietly." For Claire, the idea of rebellion is a double-edged sword. On one hand, her confession has stripped her of any pretense of control. On the other, it has ignited within her a desperate urge to reclaim her agency. The signed agreement, now a symbol of both her downfall and potential redemption, becomes the focal point of their secret strategy. If they can manipulate the terms of the pact or uncover vulnerabilities in Victor's enforcement of it, perhaps there is a slim chance to renegotiate their destiny. The looming question, can they outwit Victor? As the new agreement takes effect and Victor's ultimatum hangs heavily over them, the central question emerges: will Cole and Claire muster the courage and cunning necessary to defy Victor's plans? The stakes are astronomical. For Victor, their sincere love for Victoria is the ultimate litmus test, a measure of loyalty that cannot be compromised. Failure is not just a personal downfall, it is a betrayal of everything that the Newman legacy stands for. For Cole and Claire, however, the situation is more complex than mere allegiance. Their relationship, forged in the crucible of shared secrets and mutual survival, is now being put to the ultimate test. They are forced to confront the possibility that their fabricated identities might crumble under the weight of truth, and that their connection to Victoria could be severed forever if they do not find a way to navigate the treacherous path ahead. Every whispered word, every furtive glance between them, speaks to an unspoken understanding that the game has changed. The signed agreement is both a chain and a potential key, a key that could either lock them in place or, if wielded with cunning, unlock a future where they might yet retain their freedom and salvage their fragile alliances. Victor's watchful gaze and the inevitable unraveling of secrets. Victor, ever the sentinel of his empire, is not one to be easily outmaneuvered. His belief in the inevitability of truth is unyielding. No matter how deeply you bury your secrets, he warns, the light of truth will always find a way to expose them. His words are a reminder that in Genoa City, deception is a temporary shield, one that will eventually be shattered by the relentless pursuit of truth. For now, Victor watches and waits, confident that every secret, every hidden plan, will eventually be laid bare before his discerning eyes. His ultimatum is not just a punishment, it is a catalyst, a turning point that forces Claire and Cole to either accept their fate or risk everything by daring to defy him. The road ahead, a battle of wills and strategies as the tension in Genoa City reaches a fever pitch, the future remains uncertain. Victor's conditions have set the stage for an intricate game of power and survival, where every decision could tip the scales. Claire's confession, while sealing her fate in one respect, may also serve as the spark for a rebellion born out of desperation and the will to survive. And Cole, ever the reluctant strategist, contemplates the dangerous possibility that defiance may be their only hope for reclaiming control over their own destinies. Will they find a way to outwit Victor, using his own rigid rules against him? Or will the weight of their past transgressions, coupled with the relentless demands of loyalty, prove too much to bear? In the unforgiving arena of Genoa City, where every alliance is tenuous and every secret is a potential weapon, the next move could determine not only the fate of Claire and Cole but the very future of the Newman Empire itself. As the ink on the agreement dries and the days ahead promise further challenges, one thing remains clear: in Genoa City, truth and loyalty are the ultimate currencies, and in the battle between revelation and rebellion, only the strongest will prevail.